The Presidential Advisory Committee Against Corruption, PACAC, led by Professor Issei Sagi, has vehemently kicked against the proposed bill for the amendments of the Establishment Act of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC). Sagi, in a statement on Wednesday, called on Nigerians and the National Assembly to reject the bill. The Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, yesterday disclosed that the Federal Executive Council (FEC) has approved establishment of a new agency which will be saddled with proper coordination of all recovered looted assets. He said the new agency, known as the Proceeds of Crime Recovery and Management Agency, will oversee the responsibility of managing the assets that constitute the proceeds of crime in Nigeria. The minister said the the FEC has approved transmission of a bill titled Proceeds of Crime Recovery and Management Agency Bill to the National Assembly. But Sagi said the planned amendment was part of an ongoing dangerous attempt to destroy Nigeria's anti-corruption infrastructure and return it to the situation it was during the dark days before 2015. Professor Sagi accused those behind the amendment bill of being representatives of the corrupt establishment that brought Nigeria to its knees and subjected Nigerians to humiliation as a result of an extremely negative reputation internationally. The senior advocate noted that the new bill will weaken the EFCC and its officials and confer an enormous power on the office of the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice. Sagi tackled the minister for what he described as his proclivity for aborting criminal cases in favor of major political and governmental figures. He said the bill was being sponsored by those that were too ashamed to put their names to the draft bill being circulated, describing such people as the real enemies of Nigeria. Sagi noted that the new bill would effectively now turn Nigeria's topmost anti-graft agency into a department in the Ministry of Justice. With all the above established facts, the gravity of the proposed change becomes overwhelming, the statement added. When in addition to all this, we recall the well-known proclivity of the Attorney General of entering null prosecute in favor of major political and government figures. This move to effectively scrap the EFCC becomes more alarming. We therefore call on the National Assembly and all Nigerians to vigorously reject this attempt to perpetrate a fraud on the nation by effectively scuttling the EFCC and shutting down Nigeria's anti-corruption war. Sagi pointed out that the offensive highlights of the proposed bill include repeal of the current EFCC Establishment Act, which has been a spectacular success and has brought Nigeria into limelight as a major force against corruption. The replacement of the executive chairman of the EFCC with a director general who is effectively to be appointed by the Attorney General. He said that this will eliminate the freedom currently enjoyed by the EFCC and replace it under the complete control of the Attorney General. So guys, we've talked about this proposed bill. They want to create a new agency to fight corruption. But before we go into what Professor Sagi is saying, it's just shameful that the only thing Nigeria is now talking about that we are going to be proud of. Of course, a lot of countries, there's corruption in most of the countries of the world, but they know how to tackle it. But it has now become a subject. It has become a business. I don't know, there's a particular word I'm trying to use. It has become, I don't know how it has become something that we are now talking about. It has become, let me just even use business because I can't even remember the particular word I need to use for it. It's become a business that we are now, rigmaroling. We are trying to paint this and that. Corruption at the highest level. We see people who are stealing mobile phones, those who are stealing money, petty thieves stealing, pickpocketing. But when you talk about the real thieves, they are in government at high level. They are there, and that is what we are not debating, talking about corruption here and there. The corruption in this country is something else, and they are doing it with impunity. So that being said, I want to refer to what Professor Sagi said, that all Nigerians should come and reject the bill Now, which Nigeria are you guys talking about? The Nigerians that have been speaking that you guys don't even support, because maybe this one is your own area. Now you now see what has been happening. You are part of the government. You guys should talk to yourselves. Is it the same Nigerians that are crying that they should reduce fuel, the hike in petrol price and hike in the electricity tariff? The same Nigerians that are crying, the same Nigerians that they are arresting here and there. Journalists are being arrested because people are coming out to protest against all these abnormalities. You guys, what have you said now? Because it is in your own, that is your own line. One thing I believe is that those who are already on ground cannot be afraid of falling again. Somebody who is on the ground, it's only somebody who is at the top that will be afraid, will be looking down. I'm going to fall and I don't want to fall. But somebody who is already on ground, he does not bother. Even whether the AFCC or whatever, now Nigerians have not even, before now Nigerians have not even benefited anything. Not to talk of you want to create another one. You just create it. It's get to a time. All those problems they are creating, they think it is going to still be disadvantage, or it will be hurting the masses the more. A time will come, all of those problems we go back to all of them. All that they have taken, all that they have stolen, they will not be able to eat them. They will not be able to spend them, and all of them, posterity will judge them. Recently we learned that 850 million naira that was buried in the bush is poised now. 850 million naira. These people, they prefer those money to be wasted than for them to see it being used on the citizens. And all this money they are stealing, it is the same money from the citizens. Tell me, all these people, what they have contributed meaningfully to this system, to the country, but they are there mismanaging it. They don't care if the money, if everything. You can see most of the buildings, most of the government assets, most of the government whatever that has been built, a lot of them are rotting, a lot of them are just dilapidating. They are not saying anything about it because it's not coming out from their pocket, and they are still stealing. So Saga is calling us now. We know all the plan. Nigerians know all this is the NDDC saga. Where are we on it today? Now they are calling Nigerians. Those who are already on ground cannot be afraid of falling again. That is what you guys need to know. It will affect all of you. It will haunt all of you. That say that Nigeria and Nigerians will continue to cry and suffer. All of you, whether knowingly or unknowingly, all of them, see what they are doing. Because of this Magu case here and there. Of course, I know that Professor Sagi has been on the side of Magu, and they know what they are playing. They know the games they are playing. They will come out and blow hot air. Nigerians will still talk. At the end of the day, they will cover it up. They will say it's a family affair. So you are calling Nigerians to do what? You are talking about the National Assembly. The ones that they've already signed it. Just forget it. They've already signed it. There is nothing anybody can do. They've already signed it. Let them continue. Just like I said, they are the ones at the top. They should be afraid of falling, but not Nigerians, because Nigerians have seen it all. Nigerians have suffered enough. Nigerians have seen it all, and they cannot be bothered, because even if they talk, are you going to listen to them? They are not going to listen to them, because what have Nigerians? What have they gained? What have they benefited right from inception? Nigerians will not listen to this old man that has nothing to offer. I want Malami to weaken EFCC powers more, because since Buhari came to power, EFCC stars feel on top of the air. I thought as much. Malami is air-bent on closing EFCC because of Magu's capacity to perform creditably. I like the new bill. It is just to unbundle the EFCC for effective performance. Sage is ranting again. His source of illicit funds is being threatened. Sage, your Buhari is fighting corruption heavily. Hey. Malami has an evil intent against Magu and EFCC operations to prevent being investigated after this government, and Buhari is shielding him approve any bill or memo he brought. Why creating a new office? They can as well take every inventory in the custody of EFCC, DSS, ICPC, including the police, for proper documentation. Creating another office to monitor this process is just a way of releasing same to those involved in the crime without anybody knowing. I know that a day is coming where he will definitely account for all what he has done. It's just a matter of wasting resources. So guys, what do you think about what Professor Sagia said? In my opinion, I'm seeing it from a different angle. I want to know what you think about this whole thing. Let us hear and learn from you in the comment section. Thank you.